ပြန်တော့ stream ပေးလိုက်ပါဘူးเนาะ YouTube မှာပြန်လုပ်ပေးလိုက်ပါပြီကဲ separate နဲ့ link ကိုပေါ်လေးသာချိန်မယ် separate နဲ့ link ကိုပေါ်သာချိန်မယ်
Chasing Ghost in the jungle.
Yeah, and I was like, this is the as insane at on bottom, same combo. With square backs.
12, a lot of damage. One keeps him alive, but that second soul assumption
yeah,
is right into the tree. Not quite enough to protect him. And now even the dive here from 3-3 and Mickey. Looking for Mirror, Snapfire. First turn with the scatter blast. Another rival. And should lead into the combo and the Koka on this Lino with the damage out. What was dread. It's a little stuck here. Mirror dancing on the tree. Ironwood crash. The Bob saves him. Snapfire's up and running, but Nisha's here with an Echo Slam. Trying to blow them up. Lost a little alive though, and Nisha can't quite get the job done. Now Radahn's in Visage mode. Chase the Earthshaker away.
I holy clip it and ship it. That was it. So he placed the branch earlier to try to save Collapse. It was still there. Like 20 seconds later, and he kept fogging him. Like not only did 3-3 die without getting a kill, but like also he even lives and they all come by. First Echo as well from Nisha doesn't grant him anything. And I'm pretty sure Yatoro, because he turned into Visage, he even got the bonus goal from the kill as well.
Really?
Yeah. He was still in the form when he got the soul assumption up. That was pretty insane.
Okay, maybe. Well, he's wandered into the wrong neck of the woods here, it looks like. Radahn and Collapse both available with their full arsenal to burst him down. And Radahn was already on his way up top as well. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to farming.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going. Okay, that is here again. Oh.
Collapse, did he test it? Used it. He missed it.
He's testing. Maybe he thought he's only Pixel with the reverse polarity. Everyone away. But, you know, I mean, I like what as Hold that does. Probably Foxy will go down as, you know, Yatoro is in full force to just run around everywhere.
Still letting you know.
Sure. Some more noise on the map.
Yeah, now it's Foxy's turn, right? Be a bit of a nuisance, be a pest, buzzing around. Dive neutrals? Oh!
Yeah.
to die
I mean, this is, I'm at least loving this game so far. Like, the way 3-3 is playing Visage, it maybe looks very wonky, but you can't really pressure the Mortal top, and with this facet, like, if you get kills, even if you work twice as hard, if you just get one, it pays off. Like, his net worth looks insane on Visage for how little, like, he's actually hit creeps in the game.
Yeah. And it's also kind of playing into Mickey. This is troublesome. He's already died a couple of times. This might be the third. Lina dead very quickly. Mirror surrounded. I think he's very happy to sacrifice himself to get the kill on the carry yet again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Quickly makes it into mid and does snatch away the room, but it is just good moves. I will say that Mickey's net worth is still very, very high, considering what's going on. Like, he's died 3 times. He's still, like, just barely below Nisha, who's also having a great game.
But both teams, like the panel talked about this, right? Both teams are playing how they're meant to very precisely. Liquid, foot on the pedal. You know, you mentioned 3-3. He's not really been looking at creeps. He's just down bottom lane, playing aggressively, non-stop making moves to try and find that action. But I think equally team spirit, you know, Radahn has joined, what, 2 or 3 fights pre-10 minutes as a Morphling.
Yeah, like he TP bot and maybe he gated or like was still bottom from like beforehand. So you just have a lot of early aggression going on. I will say that it's a bit early to say about the state of the game because Liquid are about to hit very big timings. Like this first pipe on Visage, or get the blink on Nisha. But Spirit have held on very well. I think them only being down like this less than 1k gold is a win for them, at least at this stage of the game.
Especially with all the tier 1s, you know, reasonably healthy as well, right? They've not really relinquished any map space.
Yeah. And the only way this top tier 1 really dies was like in the last 5 minutes. Right, like Visage gets 6, like maybe before Morph or at the same time. That didn't really happen. So yeah, like Spirit being able to hold this map is very good for them, because until Liquid make moves with these timings and they get 1 or 2 kills and open up the map, these towers will, like, they're not gonna randomly fall to just like randomness.
These timings are coming pretty quickly though, right? Like Mika's gonna have that Maelstrom surely, so he's gonna be able to farm and join fights. And I think the Blink on Earthshaker, drums on Visage. So it feels like it's go time.
Okay, so he actually had pipe queued up at first, but he wants to, I kind of like this pivot, like into the drums, because it's like, okay, 4 of my heroes want to fight. Exactly, like drums, we have it right now. And if we get more kills again, it's gonna pay off for network for him too. And Pipe is only good when you feel like the enemy team is fighting into you. I think Spirit, they're more gonna look like to poke you, right? Like poke and
Radiant's
delay,
bottom
and not
tower
like
is
take a head-on
under
fight.
attack.
Also, very good indication of like the internal team comms there, right? No, I'm ready. Visage not saying wait for my pipe, but literally, 3-2 literally changing direction to go for this drums to synchronize nicer.
Because now it's more about like how do they create the play on the map? Because yeah, you do have your timings, you have your blink on the shaker for Nisha, but how do you like set up the map in a way where when you make this move that it's not just incredibly obvious? So the nice thing is that you do have Insania on the Tinker, so you can constantly push out waves, still easily connect to towers. But yeah, I will say that Spirit with the state of the game, they're kind of chilling.
I can sit back a little bit. Mira right now just standing there ancient, stacking things up. Laurel can hold out on mid. Of course, we're down to Morphling, farming up a Storm at top at 6k net worth. He is top of the board, but not by much. Visage just behind him at 3-3. And turns Wander up north yet again.
So it looks like they're making us move up top, but Spirit are kind of angling towards already. So they run into Laurel.
Nisha just goes straight in, but the song is there. Miproshka puts a stop to the nonsense. Boxy's nearby. Team Spirit looking to fight this though. They brought the numbers with the kisses, but
Oh, nice save.
into the boat. It's not going to connect. Fall onto the Nagasar and punch it down, but in comes Collapse. Big move to take down 2 for the heal. Can I keep them alive? Insane is fallen, so is Nisha. They cannot keep the Liquid Heroes up and running with the heals. Now 3-3s being eyed up. Mira and Radan, the soul assumption from the Morphling in Visage mode. I don't know if they got enough damage quite, because 3-3, reasonably tanky. Radan still waveforming forward to try and finish him off. 3-3 is far too beefy to break through.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, so they're gonna live. That was a really nice save from Boxy initially.
Middle tower is under
Hold
attack.
for a moment. Collapse, he's sniffing out the dirty Boxy man, but seems like he's gonna be okay. Like just, this is why the positioning of
Dire's
plus
bottom
5s just
tower
matters
is
so
under
much.
attack.
Like the Polska just being around, immediately songing to just like put a stop to the play. And I will say it again, this is one of the strongest early game timings that Liquid have, and it does not pay off for them.
It's gonna be pretty devastating for Nisha, right? You buy the blink, your debut of that
Dire's
big jump
middle
with the Echo
tower is
Slam
under
on a
attack.
core, and it's just a Naga song. Stops it all. Honestly, again, just like props to Team Spirit for the way they're reacting, right? Like it wasn't just they defend and save a hero, it was save a hero, make the call for all 5 of them to meet up and fight in that top jump.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, and just like
tower is
understanding who
under
needs to be
attack.
close to who. Like Naga playing like in between the Morph and the Kunkka, kind of like the 2 pressure points, like both mid and top, that he's in between, and if he has the correct read, he's there on the instant, he can song and yeah, like just put a stop to it. And now Spirit kind of have their own timings, right? The blink was
Dire
or is
structures
available
are
on
fortified.
Collapse. RP is up in 30. They have
Radiant's
high levels,
bottom
and
tower
Yotoro
is
has
under
Manta.
attack.
I don't see Yotoro dying unless he gets surprise Echo Slammed out of the
Dire's
smoke.
top tower
What,
is
for the
under
rest of the
attack.
game?
Like the next 15 minutes at least. Like maybe 2 more
Radiant's
items. Lina,
bottom
you know, it's a
tower
different story. But right now, it's chilling mode for him.
Fair enough. Smoking and making a move mid. Insania is tucked away in the
Dire's
trees,
top
so not
tower
an
has
easy
fallen.
pick there. And top tier 1 are going to drop to 3-3's push, so finally getting that objective off the map.
So this is pretty good. Like they just have Tinker mid. Like Insania's positioning is really, really good. Just to the left of the tower, nothing bad can really happen to you. And if something bad happens, your team can reinforce. In the meantime, your team freely gets this top tier 1. And taking out this top tier 1 is really important because now it's nighttime. For the next 4 minutes, Roach is in this top area. I think Liquid should aim to try and force a fight or take his Aegis away before Roshan moves to the bottom
Radiant's
side.
bottom tower is under attack.
So if they try and force it, is that something Team Spirit will come and react to?
It probably just depends a lot on what Spirit like see on the map. Like how obvious is it? How long does Spirit like actually have to move there? I think if they have like easy way of setting up, they will definitely go. Like they have Naga illusions to scout. You can even like pop a snap ult from high range.
Radiant's
Hell, you
middle
can even like
tower
go
is
into
under
song
attack.
and like delay it. So Liquid will have to just find a way, because I do think if you're not taking it in the next 4 minutes, Spirit will happily take it at minute 20 when it goes bottom.
Yeah. I mean, you can see what Miposhka's doing right now. Naga Illusion scouting out Visage and Tusk. Just position 5, holding a lane, scouting and forcing this kind of a zone of control out of the hands of Liquid. Such a great hero to have.
I will say that at this point, Liquid are also okay with slowing it down a little bit, because I think like some of their timings have tapered off. When you get towards this like Pipe Visage and Holy Locket Mech on the Tinker plus 5, they are really strong. As Mickey is farming on and off.
Middle
Yeah,
tower
right
has
under
fallen.
vision. Pop the RP, they've got a Laguna Blade and a bit of damage onto Radan, but when he's surrounded by 4, Mickey doesn't stand a chance.
Dire's bottom
Even
tower
need to pop a smoke for it, because I don't know exactly who got to place that ward earlier, but that is just, that's a really nice aggressive observer ward, just makes it so simple. Your Magnus, you know, Collapse walks and he's like, yo, I see this guy RP skewer, and see you later. Oh, Radan.
Oh, Nisha trying for it, not quite enough. But Radan is going to turn and maybe even just get this kill. Nisha needs back up as quickly as possible. X1 low combo coming right in onto his head, and the Earthshaker pays the price.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And this is, okay, hold on, as it's not over yet.
Just a blind blink forward. He does spot 3-3. Visage going for the TP with a few of the stuns. He has got away from there.
These are just the small little differences, you know, between like being the best on a hero or like being the 10th best. First of all, 3-3 getting out there, very nicely done. But Yatoro knows the only way he dies is to a surprise Echo Slam. He bought Shard immediately at like minute 15 or 16, so even if he gets stunned, he can morph up, and he legit cannot die at this point.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, don't even need reaction time to pop it. No matter what.
Terrible.
I mean, Radan has been one of the best morphing players for quite some time now. And you think back to the old days of China, you know, Sylar and Burning with the old E-Blade builds. Yeah, things in the past now. It's all about Radan. On the top lane, they are making this aggressive move. Kill off the Naga. A minute and a half until Roshan moves down south. So potential here for them. Still scouting for more kills though. Thirsty for blood. Collapse. Shockwave thinks about skewering, but just blinks back to safety for now. Liquid, they can't grasp onto anymore.
Well, this is very good, especially also from Liquid. So the pipe was completed. They do get to push out the Naga and now like push in mid, push in top. But even Spirit, like look at kind of like their discipline and where they're lingering. All their 3 heroes, they linger around the top tier 2 and they scan Roche. Had Liquid gone Roche, it will pop red, Naga will just TP top and they can form in smoke and go straight back to it. So it looks like Liquid, you know, they're just chilling for now. They're happy. Maybe you also get this BKB on the Shaker, keep farming up on the Tinker, because yeah, I will say again, Tinker plus 5 is a very special piece. As this time it's Yatoro farming under a ward. Let's see if they want to rerun the last play.
Let's see.
Not quite. Echo was 5-second cooldown.
He just has such an incredible read on the game. Mid lane though, Lyle focused down by Nisha and Foxy. Laguna bladed into Oblivion while Collapse has blinked in trying to protect his buddy. He nearly dies himself. Gets away as the Song of the Siren. Oh, is this a 3-man RP? Heart of the Machines is there. Collapse is trying to line it up, looking with the kisses. Collapse has RP, but not using it yet.
Dire's middle
Very
tower
patient
is
and
fallen.
deliberate here from Team Spirit.
I'm not sure if the blink was up, because the way that Collapse tried to help Larl at the in the start of the fight. So I think during the end of the song, I'm pretty sure his blink just wasn't back up yet.
Yeah, what is it, like 15-second cool? Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, so I think it just didn't quite pan out, but just another good move from Liquid. Like they're ready. Also, Nisha had a really nice timing there. Like he was waiting for Larl to get cookied, and immediately when he got cookied back, boom, instant echo, get the fight going, and a little bit fortunate, but it did catch Collapse there too.
And you look at this net worth board and you're like, where's the position 5 Tinker at? That's the Tusk, the Naga, the Snapfire. Oh, Tinker's there, 6,500 net worth. Just farming out all the stacks, getting big. Funny.
I mean, this hero is just, like, he can, the nice thing is, I believe it was Effie that mentioned it earlier too, like the more levels you get, like when you have level 2 ult, you're basically global because you have Visage. That's why even back in the day, like it was always so nice when you had like Lightning Bolts or a Lone Druid there, or just some guy that you can always like easily go to. So he can be wherever on the map and then just come to these fights. And it looks like this Roche, I don't think Spirit can contest it. Like after these last 1-2 fights, they'll just happily take the Torm and I think trade it for the Aegis.
That is something that Team Spirit needs, right? They still need to weather the storm. There's multiple storms in the ice spikes that they're getting. This is another big one now. 2 lives on Mickey. Team Spirit have got to pull out some sly moves to get around this. Like the map right now could get incredibly small.
Yeah, like it's a lot gonna be on the next couple moves for Liquid are like really important, because if you don't move like properly on the map, the Spirit are actually looking to like fight back.
Down bottom. Radan getting stunned up though with Boxy and 3-3 now putting a lot of damage, but it just never seems like it's enough. Radan, he's going to slip away from them. realized quickly, like, this guy, like you said, Gezu, he shouldn't be dying, and he's not. He's just not.
Yeah, but even though he TP's bottom, this is not very good for their map. Like now they're kind of like
Stuck.
all here lingering. I don't know if they want to take this fight. I feel like being able to take this fight is more on them coming up with like a really nice play or Liquid misplaying, because you don't have BKB yet on Yatoro. I don't know how amazing he feels to like currently take this fight, so we'll have to see what happens here.
You don't have that much vision either. They're trying to play around in their Ancients here with a smoke out of Dire Ancients area to come in around Team Liquid. Nisha, he's still smoked from that earlier move. And he's going to spot them now. Radan shows. X-Mark comes out from Lol. Bring the Earthshaker back, but Nisha's too quick for your business. Gets away with a blink.
Very, very nice. I mean, I think I like that Nisha does not pop his BKB there. First of all, he can like rely on his, you know, high skill to just like either time it with the blink, or you have Tusk. Like even when the X mark goes away, you can Drinking Buddies pull together and then just like snowball somewhere and keep the fight going. So, you know, just like knowing when you need to do what and like being calm and collected, very, very nice.
It's also a pretty cool situation where like Liquid were getting ready to press the right-hand side of the map, right? They were going through the Wisdom Rune area, looking at that tier 2 bottom, and then they have that angle in towards Ancients and in towards mid. And Team Spirit just dragged them away from this prime objective across the river, back onto Liquid side of the river, just wasting a good minute there.
Yeah.
They literally bought themselves a minute of time with that smoke. Like maybe they wanted to fight, but I think dodging
Dire's
equally
middle
is good.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
like they dodged aggressiveness by like making their own aggro move, which sometimes, you know, it is just your best defensiveness by being aggro. They are on the same that on bottom.
Not sure how much time left Insania has on this map. Got a lot of damage out of the Morphling. He's
just
healing and healing back up a fair amount. The Vampire Fangs paying a big time for him there. Radan dominating now.
So it's still like, I mean, I will say that game is still like very even. We have touched on it, and so did the panel pre-game,
Radiant's
that
middle tower is
the
under
scaling
attack.
and like the longer the game drags, I will say that Spirit, they are gonna have more and more tools to try and deal with what Liquid have, right? Like getting them out of position, because Liquid very much want to play on like a ball with all these auras in the repair bots, high range of Lina. The longer the game drags, you get more tools from Spirit to like get items to go in the backline, pull people out. So it's, they need to try to keep up the pace.
And you really just need to be pressing as much as possible. I think, like you say, definitely helps against this Naga side. Even from a 35 roll. Collapse trying again. Naga, you know, still kind of pushing out lanes, causing a bit of havoc. Liquid are really going for this. Gunning for Collapse and Mirror, but they've already made their run back behind the tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see.
Dire's structures are
I
fortified.
mean, Spirit are happy to just delay this, and this is one of the things that makes them like such a good team. They're gonna keep farming, but they're never gonna fully give up a tower. You know, there's always like threat. There's some torrent flying in. They're like looking to create situations.
And just like one time, like that, Spirit back. 3-3, more Echo Slam. 3 caught up in it, but one second from Mickey. Snowball, of course, collapses again. The Morphin is being kept alive. Mitwoska helps. Law, he's stuck around here, but the Kisses not really doing too much. They're still looking at this Lina with an RP from Collapse. They might just have her. The line protection trying to Mickey. They've got the first line cracked though. Lina down and Radan still going. He's in Earthshaker mode now. They've conjured a teaser. The Fisher lined up decently, stunning the dying. He's dying. The punch, the kill, he doesn't come. Morphling's still alive. Radan, he cannot be undone. Pushes back the Lina. Nisha's still chasing. He wants this Morphling real bad. Surely they've got him this time. Radan must die. The Tinker will give his life on the right-hand side, but Team Spirit, they lose their carry.
Is under attack.
And Mickey with a glide.
It's not over yet.
Clipped onto Lal. Quick out, no more BKB, no more boat, and Nisha will just hammer him into the ground.
Oh, this is a very costly fight for Spirit. I mean, Liquid are just doing all the correct things on the map right now, right? You have everything you want. You kind of want to force a fight. And going on the Visage, I think they absolutely regret what just happened. Like, he has a shard, they can save him with the snowball. And mind you, they still had the Aegis on the Lina. Maybe without Aegis, that fight looks different, but Collapse just... Basically, all 3 cores for Team Spirit died in this fight. And they did not have to take this fight. That was their own choice.
Yeah, and it feels like, you know, maybe there wasn't momentum on either side. It was kind of an even game, but this feels like a big shift into Liquid's hands with this massive fight from Nisha making that jump. 3-3 kind of being the bait, being dangled in front of Spirit here as well.
I mean, unless you get a chain stun here on this Visage, he will not die. So this is a very high execution type of play where you need to skewer back into a torrent or like a cookie. Like, these are not like super clean and easy connections. Like even with this incredible RP from Collapse, it's just not enough. Just taking that from your Toro is kind of absurd though. My God.
Sitting here watching him. I don't know, he must have taken like 10,000 damage in that fight or something nutty.
I mean, there is also one thing that I didn't touch on yet. He can always turn into the Earthshaker, and of course, Enchant Totemorphing is quite nasty. But yeah, they will have to rethink how to take these next fights. Nisha just toying with Yotoro.
Very high skill.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. He's making fun of me for calling things high skill. My bad, guys. I have a love for the game and for good gameplay.
This Kez's catchphrase. No, but I mean, seriously, we're at TI. We've got Team Spirit against Liquid. Like, in all seriousness, this is one of the highest skill games and series we're going to see.
There's also, I don't know,
12,000 healing already.
I mean, welcome to Mr. Taker. Items, repair bots. Like, he's just kind of chill. That's also another thing. I'm pretty sure he has defense matrix as Insania. Okay, he lives. That's a Chad Fisher.
Alright, well done. Keep the Tinker alive, and Tinker, back to Fountain. He can pop back out into action very quickly. Look at Lyle, just BKB TP.
Damn.
The Earthshaker was coming. Let's be real. He was on his way.
This is, and I love what Liquid are doing. Like, sure, they got out, but they used 2 of their BKBs. This is like a 90-second window where if you take a fight, Spirit are feeling horrible if they're forced into anything. So you just try to smoke across the map.
Where are we Roche-wise? 30 seconds until fast spawn. A minute until we shift into daytime. So it's going to be in this bottom right-hand corner. Things there on tier 2 mid and bottom for Liquid.
Both teams have a lot of aggressive wards. Like, look top, Larl has no BKB. I'm pretty sure his TP's on cooldown too. He's farming under an Observer ward.
Yeah, they should have just straight in on top of it. Houston have 4 heroes around and they're coming in quickly. Larl isn't the fastest kill to get. The snowball comes. Ryan dodges the boat. Succeeds here as Liquid. They're going deep, looking for Larl. This gives RP the opportunity. RP and the damage. Take down Boxy. Mira has traded his life for this though, but they kept Larl alive. And if they can get out with the rest of their heroes, Team Spirit are going to be pretty happy. I don't want to get out though, Kezu.
I think they do.
I think they do, okay. But they turn around for a second and I'm going, hang on a second, what are you doing?
I will give it to you that did look sus for like 2 seconds. I think someone was making a call and someone rightfully so did shut it down. I think it's very wise to not continue fighting.
One thing that was is like, can we kill them? And someone, Miposhka's just like, no. You know the Bugs Bunny meme?
No. I'm pretty sure, and I hope it's one of your cores. Because, you know, as a Naga, you song and you hope that someone will tell you what's up. You don't really make the choice. I think your Toro's like, no, guys, I have no BKB. Let me get the Daedalus. Like, now I would say next fight to have a bit more fighting power again.
Spirit have just been held on their side of the river for a good 5 minutes now, though. And you're going to Stoke here, Miposhka and Mira waiting by their tier 3s. Liquid. Are they ready to go high ground? 3-3 says, yes, I am ready. I'm going.
I like this. I like this forcing, but you need to be very clear how you're doing this.
Light Striker Rain. Oh, he's sent back up to high ground. Saved by his team. 3-3 getting netted and reeled back in. Collapse, we were looking for the angle there, but weren't quite find it. 3-3 so very tanky, held up the way around, but it didn't seem to matter too much. Another wave, X-Mark, reel in. Oh no, dragging him around. Everyone's just getting cracked. Yeah, they're being pushed. There's the displacement tool they've got.
Okay, I think once you see this tidal wave, you back off now. I was saying I like the force. I think, like, you know, going up the high ground and just like seeing what's up, you know, you look across like your neighbor's fence. You're like, oh, I don't want any of that. You back off. You see everyone, they have all their stuff. I'm out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Everyone's here. Okay, bye.
Like away with Torrent and Skewer.
So it's gonna be about the second Roche, and both teams, they're on the money. Like, look where both teams are. Liquid's bottom on their side, but Spirit are also here, and they're smoked.
They've got vision. They see Boxy. And the task is a pretty good kill to get. If they can find it quickly. He's rooted and killed with no buyback available.
This is very good, and I like the discipline there. Remember earlier they did the skewer back and people got their spells off? Yatoro turned into Boxy just to snowball him while he's getting skewered in, just to make sure there's no snowball shenanigans delaying this play into like some disaster. Just easy and clean. You know, take what you can get.
Nisha thought he was eyeing up the mid lane, but he's seen the double damage.
The X
Jumps
barely
away, dodges the tidal wave.
Radiant's middle tower is
Escape.
under
This guy
attack.
is going to collapse. He's got the RP through the BKB. Let's see if they've got the physical damage with the little shredder and the morph spirit. They felt like they were giving up on that, and this gives the opportunity now for Liquid to turn back to the Lina. And in comes the Echo Slam. They capture it down, but it's not quite enough to blow up.
Oh, he's X'd.
Down the turn, the X mark and the kisses. Nisha, he's driven away with a force staff to buy him some time. It's 3-3 charges forward. Lol, BKB, TP, the Nightfall gets him back to Fountain.
More bouncing.
Mira dead.
I think Nisha could have died there. So the thing is, first of all, they nerfed X Mark. It's only 3
Radiant's
seconds long.
middle
Nisha
tower
was
is under
defense
attack.
matrix, which means the X got even less time. So this X boat, it can never connect on heroes that are defense matrix. And then a nice force staff as well to bail him out. Because yeah, that honestly looked like Nisha could have died in that fight.
There's a lot of people who could have died in that. Oh yeah. There are more likely to die, Nisha. Mickey gets clipped by spells.
Maybe about Roche. I don't see Spirit taking a straight up fight, but maybe there's some long into steel play. If you're really fancy.
No, if you're
We're not feeling super fancy. That's alright. I don't really blame him.
the game plan is still there, right? Hold the high ground, use the
Yes.
Mucka, Liquid game plan. Still try and play as wide a map as possible with Naga and Morphling split pushing around.
And
Radiant's
you
middle
can also
tower
see
is
like
under
how this
attack.
meta is kind of developing. We all know that there's a lot of auras and saves with force staffs and you need to kite. We see more and more nullifiers and it doesn't even matter who builds it. Because whoever you nullify, it's all about killing this initial target. You have Miposhka on the post fight Naga, who's looking to just buy it right now. Because whoever you go on, defense matrix gone, force staff don't work, Crimson doesn't work. Like all of these items, they just don't work because you need to kill this initial first hero to break the Liquid's lineup.
How many force stamps does Liquid have? Just the one? It feels like
two if you count the pike.
Right. It felt like
And
they
I
had
guess
multiple, and I guess that's it.
Yeah, and you have drinking buddies, like you can pull people towards the tusk and he snowballs. You have Shaker who's just bouncing around.
He gets it. Shard, that is.
That's a good shard. You can follow up from a long range
Dyer's
before
middle
stuns. You
tower
can
is under
also like
attack.
walk in and out more. Like all these fights have been like very scrappy. Oh, as Superman finds Mira.
Howdy, Snapfire. What are you up to?
See you later.
No escaping here. Shadow even helping out, and Nisha gonna echo slam it.
Secure.
A good measure.
Okay, so nice finds.
Radiant's
I don't know if that
bottom
was the
tower
read
is
or if he
under
saw
attack.
like Mira just scatter blast an earlier wave, but all good. 5k lead for Liquid, so they're definitely very happy. Like there's again bigger items coming out. Octarine on Shaker. There's a Shiva's about to be completed on 3-3. You still have an Aegis on
Radiant's
Mickey as
bottom
well for
tower
3
is
minutes.
Where does Liquid want to play from here then? Like they've pushed top wave, they've taken top jungle. Do they have to come back and deal with this Naga more split push? Or can they just like run at mid tier 2?
The best thing they can do is like push in lanes, get 1 kill, and then try to assess if maybe Spirit aren't ready or have a good plan to go high ground. You can only go hit high ground if you have like a
Dyer's
clear
middle tower is
way
under
of...
attack.
Because this is the most dangerous area on the map. It always is, but especially against these heroes. Like you can insta lose the game on dire high ground. They have a gem on Radiant. I feel like that could be start one for Team Liquid. Like slowly close out the map, see what's up, find someone, and then just communicate on finding a creative way to damage the high ground in any way, shape, or form.
Radiant's
Yeah, especially
bottom
like,
tower is
as you've
under
been saying,
attack.
right, both teams are looking for that initial jump into blow up. Just one little bit of vision could be the difference maker to start a fight. As it looks like Boxy is being the vision maker right now. Playing down south, nearly lining up a move onto Radan.
Oh, that was very close, and I really like this. They saw the Manta hitting the tier 3, so they know that Radan is like farming backwards on the south side. and they nearly caught him there. Like, these are the type of moves that they have to look for. Push in top, and then try to immediately go, like, mid or bot on the other side and catch the one lingering guy.
And they've got a catch here. The BKB's up on the Morphling, turned into Earthshaker, and waveforms to the northwest. But Liquid have a lot of catch and chase. Morphling just chopping away, though. So much maneuverability here from Radan with a Blink Dagger picked up.
It's just good plays on good plays. As now the
Fisher
caught again.
He tries to Manta dodge, but in comes the Tinker TP on this Earthshaker. Plenty more stuns to come, but the force down and the cook.
They need his Blink Dagger.
A bit of distance allows the blink, so Radan's out of there. Mira looks like is going to TP home as well because Liquid are running straight on Radan's Morphling. 4 seconds for waveform, no BKB, no blink, but he has the song as the backup plan. Mepochka hits the big red button, saves the Morphling again, and there's another, he's blinked like 4 times in his escape. But another Fisher, Nisha equally utilizing everything he's got to dive in behind tier 3s really aggressively. But now he's skewing back to fight into the tier 4s. BKB's up, slightly in, but down on the Nisha. Chick is dead. 3-3. UK trying to do what they can, but the power wave of the boat comes up crashing on him. Foxy snowballs up, collapses still down the right-hand side, trying to find an angle. And Liquid are very deep. Insania's going wild by the tier 3s, getting hammered by the Morphling. And it's Paulina now, stuck, stranded, over the dire base. Snowballed upon by collapsing Radan, taking out the side. Aim is gone, and so is Foxy. 3-3 and Insania, what can they do? AK has the BKB and try and run with a TP out, but the damage is coming. Ooh, okay, fine. Is he okay? He's okay. He's home safe and down, but my god. Liquid going a step too far, I feel.
This is the problem. So when teams, this is why teams throw when they play against Team Spirit. You have this Morphling like 4 times. But this guy, first of all, he buys the blinks, he keeps getting out. Both his supports save him, bail him out with Song, Force, Cookie, whatever it is. Suddenly you're in their base, and now Collapse comes in. You get skewered in, and shit hits the fan.
I mean, I was sweating watching it.
This is amazing. This is a great game.
Absolutely.
This game is not ending anytime soon.
Pure.
This game is still even.
Pure cinema in this game 1. We're 40 minutes in, and it's been non-stop. Absolute nonsensical chaos, but, you know, executed to utter perfection.
Absolutely. And like everyone coming into play, like first of all, the fact that he has Blink on more, right? Like understanding the fact he has to play like a very wide map, open map. He has to make them come to him but still get out. His teammates coming in, being in the right position, like just bailing each other out. You know, like in a pub game, you can't do this. Maybe you buy Blink, you get up once or twice. In a pub, you're dead. But this, you know, is peak Dota. You're gonna help each other out and you create scenarios like that. And you can't plan any of this that just happened. That's just good play on good play from both teams coming out, and eventually Liquid, no, they just go too deep.
All on the fly. Just trying to shove out that mid wave. Trying to give the cover to the rest of the team who are lurking in the shadows just atop the staircases. Team Spirit repositioning themselves though, and we just look at the map, right? Naga illusions, Morphling illusions, sent forward to scout, and the rest of the team just tucked in behind. See someone that can jump.
So after this fight, it was Spirit who picked up Gem. And I do feel like Liquid really need one. Like, they're generally the ones trying to catch them on the map, but they're not really able to. I mean, it's not like Spirit has an abundance of wards on the map, but it's also like about knowing that they don't, right? Like, you clear areas with a gem, you're like, okay, they don't see us, we can move here, they're not here, we can smoke from here to there. Because there's some stuff coming out, like also look at Mira's items. Like, he knows all he has to do is help his team. If he can help people stay alive and help Yatoro to stand his ground with the Force, the Solar, the Vlads, like, they're gonna be A-okay.
Is there anyone that can buy Nullifier on Liquid? Like, comfortably?
I mean, I guess it's also good. Maybe it's... The problem is that there's still Cookie. I mean, let's see. You kind of hate buying Nullifier on all of these heroes. You could do it on Visage, but he probably just prefers to buy a Hex. I mean, right now it's really important what Liquid are talking about. And I honestly can't really put my mind on what it is, but they need to talk about how to fight. Because going on the Morphling doesn't seem to be working out. I think there's too many ways for it to take forever and not work out. Like there's Cookie, Tidal Wave, Song, the defensive
Right.
core staffs, and like maybe you need to go around and kill the subs. I'm not sure, but it's not getting easy for them to play.
Like as a pea-brained play-by-play caster, I often talk about ease of execution, right? But there's also that topic of finding what the execution is meant to be, finding that angle, finding that line of play. And Team Spirit right now, the line of play is find Lina, right? Find Lina, kill her off, displace Mickey as quickly as possible with a skewer and RP, kill her off. And Liquid, like you're saying, have so many targets to go for. That line of play is very difficult.
Like, another way to like look at, I think Spirits are very happy if a fight drags out, where like they keep forcing around. Eventually, someone from Liquid will be out of position, and that's when you get the Lina. That's when you get the Tinker. Whereas I think Liquid rely a lot more on the first 2 seconds being like explosive. You know, the blink echo into the follow-up and just blast someone out of the game.
Oh, Nisha.
Trailing Nisha.
Trying to run away. Doesn't want to be involved in this relay race where Collapse is trying to pass the baton on to him, but nearly finds him. He gets stunned by that. Collapse gets tagged up, but now Nisha has been X'd, holding the BKB, not wanting to extend it. In comes Rodando, forces the BKB, he's under tier 3 as the Morphle. Trying to unload the damage onto Insania, but finding that Mickey offers quite some resistance. Cookie and the Force Staff get him the distance, and away they go.
The BKB trading, that should be a win for Liquid, but the overall map state is not that great for them. Okay, so Roach respawn is at least longer. Never mind, no, I thought Roach just respawned, which could have been disastrous, but it's a very long respawn.
Also, did Collapse get stunned by that Centaur in the camp? Something stunned.
What? Like, some weird aftershock?
I don't know.
Because I don't think there were 3 units for the Centaur.
No, I don't know.
Oh well, let's see whatever happens in this fight, because Liquid, well, they don't know that Roach isn't up, so they kind of need to go here in case it is. And Spirit just scanned all of them.
Liquid is scrambling and a smoke breaks. Collapse.
Radiant's
Collapse in
middle tower is
position.
under attack.
Skirting the very edges of this team fight that was starting to break out. They see Law on the high ground. Nightmare is there with a Laguna Blade too, but they've got a Cookie and his BKB still ready to press. Odyssey went forward trying to find a little bit more vision. Nisha makes a move. It's the blink away though, and Collapse comes in with a nice skewer. Shaker has got his BKB up. Stuns back onto the Magnus and the Snapfire. A lot of poking and prodding from both teams, but Maposhka again. Oh god. Got this song, and let's see what Collapse can do with it. Because Mickey and Breezy, they're all stuck together. Rodando sword, Collapse still waiting. Looking for his moment to shine. As the kisses come raining like hellfire down on top of Pretty Bunny. Collapse finds someone. Lina and just evaporates her. 3-3's message also not long for this world, and Team Liquid have just been picked apart by a classic Team Spirit move.
From start to like even both teams. Like first of all, the illusion that was put on the like fountain, like the Lotus Pool with Collapse breaking it, everyone kiting back. They get this initial BKB out of Nisha, kite back again. But it was also good from Liquid until that point to like retake this positioning. But yeah, if the longer these fights go, the more vision that comes out, eventually it just takes one skewer. Lina's out of position, immediately the fight is over.
Daedalus Morphling. I think Kunkka just bought a Daedalus as well, so they are not lacking damage whatsoever.
Yeah, they're definitely not. Like, especially, so at this point of the game, I kind of like this Daedalus.
Dyer's
Right? Like,
middle
so it's
tower
not,
is under
you
attack.
have like your spell casting with the axe, the tidal wave. But the longer this game goes now, eventually it's nice if he can help out Mr. Yatoro to deal some more damage, and he has Empower. Like, Empower Conquer late game, no joke.
So Yatoro has only died once this game. That was quite
Radiant's
early on,
bottom
wasn't
tower
it?
is under attack.
I think so.
It feels like he's had a solid 30 minutes of just prime Yatoro gameplay. And that should be
That's very surprising. Yeah, we are at DI after all. There's Spirit DI form, and then there's the Aurora form.
Roshan has
Might
fallen
both
to
be
the
aligning.
tower.
And he's got a hairstyle as well. Whether it's bald or blonde, Yatoro pops off.
Hair doesn't matter anymore. I think that only worked once.
You can keep on trying. Small sample size.
Gotta keep going.
Test the waters. That really feels like what this game has been, right? Is both teams testing where that line in the sand is. Whether Liquid cross it going into a tier 3 aggressive move up top in the Dire base. So far, Team Spirit have been very much towing the line.
Yeah, and I'm just looking because a lot of the times, yeah, you're gonna run into problems, but you can itemize or maybe find creative ways to go about it to make it easy. Like for Liquid, they have a Lincoln's on like Tinker. It's hard for me to like figure out a way. Maybe you just play for some refresher on Nisha. Like you just play for Giga Lake. You let everyone scale. You get like multiple echo
Radiant's
slams
top
and just go
tower is
around.
under attack.
Nisha should be okay. Because, yeah, like the scaling on Spirit is just still insane. Like even the Polska has an Axe now. You can net people in BKB. And this is really annoying for Shaker. I'm pretty sure I said the same thing yesterday. We also saw in the Snaga Shaker matchup. Eventually you get netted. It is
Radiant's
really
middle
annoying.
tower
There's
is under
no more no Michael Jordaning around the fight.
Yeah, I'm
Radiant's
trying to
middle
think of
tower
ways
has
out of
fallen.
this. Like, you know, in previous
Radiant's top
patches a couple of
tower
years
has
ago,
fallen.
even we had Eon Disc be such a
Radiant's
popular
middle
item,
tower
like
is
on
under
nerfed into the
attack.
ground. Like, is that something that you know AK has to consider? Because so far you die so quickly, you
Radiant's
need
bottom
something
tower
that gives
is
you a
under
reason.
attack.
I don't wait.
Radiant structures
Yes,
are
but
fortified.
I don't think you can because they have Nullifier.
Right,
And the
yeah.
other like annoying thing now is that they can do this. They can always X-Mark your Toro. You already have the blink. And unless you build a use or find a way, you can't really kill him.
Just go high ground and then straight back. Very irritating. And if you
At
show
this point, it's gotta be Liquid's gameplay that needs to do the talking, because I'm not sure what the plan is or what you need to do.
Look at
but
that.
that's why they're here.
Just waveforms right in on top of them, just X-Pack, really looking to elicit some kind of reaction. And then I'm just watching Collapse, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just looking at where is the Magnus, because they are dangling this Morphling in front of Liquid like a tasty morsel of bait. Collapse is the one that's trying to reel them back in. Well, I guess technically that's Miposhki with his Aghanim set.
Yeah, if he gets a net off, which at least for now seems like
Under
that's
attack.
not any business he wants to get into.
Down again. You'll stop for the BKB. More punches there, Radan. Managed throws away from a fair amount of damage. Waveforms back to safety now. I mean, Liquid had an opportunity there, but not quite able
Radiant's top
to
tower
take
is under
advantage of
attack.
it.
This is good. I'm pretty sure this is 3-3 who bought a Yules. And this is what I mean, that sometimes, depending on what your enemies do, it has to force a reaction out of you. And if you fail the vibe check, you just lose your racks here. But he bought Yules. This is going to make it a lot more awkward for Spirit to do the same play.
Yeah, you can see they're not doing it anymore.
Now, if you stay too long, suddenly you're within the tier 4s on Yatoro. Yule during the X-Mark, ain't no pullback for you.
Upside is for Team Spirit as they are signaling on the map. Top lane's pushing on to
Radiant's
the
top
tier 2.
tower has fallen.
Mid lane has crossed the river. So bottom lane takes a fair amount of damage, but they can still kind of migrate
Radiant's
across the map
bottom
from
barracks
south
are
to
under
north,
attack.
hold out the Radiant Ancients. Maybe
3 sheets to the win.
Tormentor later on down the line. Keep Liquid hemmed in their base though, for sure.
It's baby steps. Like Liquid are doing the right thing, but at the same time, Spirit they will keep extending their lead. And one thing that popped up to me, maybe Liquid can play for a displacement tool of their own. Try to allow Boxy to farm his Aghanim Scepter. If that is what he would like to buy, he's halfway there. Like maybe you flip the script. Haha, we now defend our Aghanim, then we're gonna kick you in.
We don't seem very happy with the situation they're in, hunkering down in their base. No one really going down the staircases. You're at all the freedom in the world right now, as Mira grabs up a scythe of Vice. Even more control. 25 nearly here for Larl as well.
He might just take the... I mean, both of those talents are really strong. Like, generally, the spell AoE is incredible on Conquer, but maybe the big build of the Daedalus and the Empower. Yeah, you're poking him. Or it will just be a poke.
So scary going up ramp.
And also, like, Yatoro, he has a 40% waveform cooldown talent. Like, at this stage, you want to start dropping your
Radiant's
boots,
top
so you're going to be
tower
very
is
mobile.
under
They're going for a quick smoke.
They are just sprinting in towards Larl here. Boxy makes the first move and then snowballs backward.
Very nice.
Yeah. And now it's Liquid's turn to try and poke and prod, bait some counter reaction from Team Spirit. They'll move in. Try and find the Boxy here, but Collapse has an RT. And that's the kid Lina caught up inside and dying quickly. The second one, onto 3 more. The kisses are landing and Liquid are being shredded. 3-3 for the standards ground. Toja picks him damage. Blows up Mickey a second time. And 3-3 in some serious trouble as well. Another kill for Radan. And Liquid look down and out in game one.
Wow. That was just like a lot of good. Like, first of all, they go in, they try to like bait out, there's the punch, snowball back, get in there, but a double RP from Collapse on like
Top tower
what,
is under
2-3
attack.
heroes, and even with the buyback on Mickey, it's just not enough for them to stand their ground.
I think it was like 2 on the first RP and then 4 on the second one.
Yeah, that was nasty. And also Miposhka at the end,
Radiant's
he
top
saw
tower is
both,
under
but then moved it away where then only Mickey was free. They can kill him and then still keep 3-3 in the song to then kill him after.
Incredibly enough, Liquid haven't lost their base yet. You know, after this team fight, Foxy has done a great job of pushing out that top wave until unfortunately he
Radiant's
does
top
die
tower
there.
is under attack.
And we can see Insania's Tinker has
Radiant's
pushed out mid,
courier is
pushing out bottom.
He's definitely on Tinker mode. There's also a 3-3's courier dying,
Radiant's
which
middle
means that
tower
he
is under
was
attack.
out and about somewhere, grabbing some waves.
But look at Team Spirit. They are right on your tier 4s, even through back to a regen. Age protection, who cares?
Radiant's courier
Done
has
is
been
there.
Gonna have to do is
Radiant's
3v4.
middle tower has fallen.
This is take that flip.
Radiant's
And the
top
Earthshaker.
tower is under attack.
Yule's up for now. Radan BKBs. He's hitting the throne. Liquid. What can you do about this? Can you stop the Waterman from destroying your base? With a clip for now, they can. Radan being stunned up a little bit, but with the echo, he's still trying to finish off his man, but the cookie is there. Mira again saves the day. And Collapse is looking for another angle there to maybe find one of these big dieback kills. Oscar.
Radiant's top
Sing song
tower is
sends
under
him to
attack.
sleep. 3-3 into gargoyle mode, but he's doing eyes up. The throws back around Harvick. Out we go with Nisha. On the 7th first kill Radan stays alive. And Lara BKB offers that bodyguard and protection. 3-3's down. You're down with a monster kill. And you still don't have your tusk. Your Lina has just respawned. It looks like no Team Spirit expecting Liquid with their respawns. Not going for the throne, aiming for the barracks instead. Until Radan shifts forward in the 5th gear. He's done with this game. Looking to play it there, but it's nowhere enough.
ကဲပွဲလေးလည်းပြီးသွားပါပြီ stream လည်းအပ်ပါပြီကျေးဇူးများတင်ပါတယ်เนาะ bro အားလုံးပဲ see you ပါဗျတက်တာပါ